So I'd like to welcome everybody to the MSD of North Posey School Board meeting and ask everybody to join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, so first thing on the agenda is patron concerns, and we have none signed up. Next one is the minutes, claim docket, and consent items.
I would like to add to the minor contracts. AdTech, they're the people that take care of all our E-rate and our reimbursements. And for 1 year, for $2,190. We've been doing that. They've been doing our federal filing for years, so that's a good way to get a little extra money in. And then also Corson, they offered us a contract 1, 2, or 3 years. I did check with the prices. We did get a 20% discount this year for our hood inspections and fire extinguishers. And MSD in North Posey, $240. The junior high school, $809.60. North Elementary, $772. And South Terrace for $794. And I took the 1 year contract. Just felt like that would be the better deal for us at this point. I'd like to add those to the consent agenda where we are approving the CompuTrol, which is our financial software, personnel, and payroll and accounting for the corporation. So I would like to add those two right there, just so it's in the same spot, and add those to the agenda.
Okay.
The agenda also shows that we are hiring a music teacher and a basketball coach that you had, and we did get the names filled in. So
Looking for a motion to approve the minutes, claim docket, and consent items.
I'll make the motion, we approve the minutes, clean docket, consent items, and the added items by Dr. King.
Second. And a motion by Mr. Stock, seconded by Mr. Oakley to approve the minutes and consent items. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries 3-0. New business.
next on the docket, I have some what we're calling our COVID-19 items to prepare for the opening of school. The first thing on the in the list is a resolution for the suspension of school board policies conflicting with the waivers or extensions during the COVID-19 pandemic. This is a resolution that was provided to us that it spells out that Governor Holcomb gave us a hold harmless. Governor Holcomb closed schools down, and it just makes sure that we none of our policies that conflict with the things that he has approved. This resolution takes precedence over that. Also a resolution that we're adopting a resolution of a reopening school plan, which is considered our continuous learning plan. So that's what the second resolution is discussing. And then our continuous learning plan, which is one of the things that's talking about, we joined with Mount Vernon and the public county health department to create a plan for the county. So we worked with Mount Vernon and the county department, and we have the county health department signature showing that, you know, they did work with us on our plan and have approved it. Our plan to reopen schools is also our continuous learning plan, which we were required to do when we shut down schools. And so basically this will update our continuous learning plan. I provided that with you, and it talks about the procedures that we're going to go through. Now, these are the basic procedures to reopen school and the guidelines we're going to follow. Wednesday, Governor Holcomb will be giving another press release, and some of that stuff may change some of this stuff. So this is a living document that can change. And inside this document, then we're going to have to create procedures that we're going to follow to make this document happen, which we're in the process of doing. The administrators met, and we have done that. And then one of the things that we're using, for our guidance are all the things that the school board and the superintendent association and the DOE have been passing down: employee rights, the in-class release, and guidance for COVID-19 for businesses and employers. So we're following those guidelines as we go through here, and also the CDC and our health department. So asking the board to approve these documents as I've listed and as they're written in the minutes.
For a motion to approve the COVID-19 items.
I'll make a motion to approve the COVID-19 items as listed.
I'll second that.
Motion by Mr. Oakley, second by Mr. Stuck. Any discussion on the item?
Are these being pushed out as much as possible to staff and parents? I understand they're going to change as we go, but just to make sure we're communicating this.
We posted it and we've given it to the paper, and I'm not for sure when it's going to go into the paper, but we also are going to be sending this out again when we send out our opening school letter. So it'll go out again. And what we send out later may not be what we sent out today, but yeah. And I don't want to send out it too many times because it'll get confusing. And then we are putting a date on it so that we know when we have the latest version.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. That motion carries 3-0.
Next down on the agenda, we're required by law to speak before the board to revisit our modified RISE evaluation plan for our teachers. And the document itself is 111 pages long. So basically every year we come before you and just kind of talk about the changes. And so I gave you the document in your board packet. The Dr. Bender was sitting on that committee with the evaluation committee, and together they sit there and they come up with a new plan for each year. So these 8 things that they've requested to change in the modified RISE was a combination of that committee putting it together, led by Dr. Bender. So basically we're adjusting how we're going to evaluate teachers, new teachers, highly effective teachers, and effective teachers, and teachers that are in needs improvement. So that's what this is, and I'm asking the board to approve these 8 requests to change the 111-page document that we have. Anybody wants to talk about any one, I can, but I did have one question early on about number 4. New teachers will receive at least 2 observations yearly, one short, one long, and with at least one walkthrough. Now, we can walk through as many times as we want. We can also come in and do an observation as many times as we want. But that's the minimum. And the question was, does this pertain to new teachers just completely out of college with no evaluation plan, or new teachers to our district who have an evaluation plan? So I had to get clarification on that because I wasn't in on the evaluation committee when they created it. But yes, it's all new teachers to our corporation. That applies to everyone, whether they have an evaluation or not.
Looking for a motion to approve the changes to the modified RISE evaluation plan.
I'll make a motion, we approve the changes to the modified RISE evaluation plan.
I'll second.
Motion by Mr. Stock, second by Mr. Oakley, to approve the modified RISE evaluation plan. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries 3-0.
Next on the list is professional leave. I ask the board to approve the professional leave as listed. We only have one this time. Cost us $97.
Make a motion to approve the professional leave as listed.
Second that.
Motion by Mr. Oakley, second by Mr. Stock, to approve the professional leave request. Is there any discussion on the item? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries 3-0.
We're beginning the process of the 2021 budget. I laid on in front of you the timeline for the 2021 budget. We will be hopefully approving the budget, adopting the budget October the 12th. So we, as we have in the past, we have to submit forms on Gateway. We have to have a public hearing, and that's listed on September the 21st. And then October the 12th at a regular board meeting, we'll be approving it. So it's important that this is an important time for the board to approve the budget. So if you have any conflicts, we need to make sure we have a quorum on those dates. So
I do have a conflict on that September 21st.
okay. The 2021 budget, we have our first meeting tomorrow to start the process of figuring out what we're going to do. So the next thing under reports is the fuel report. You have your fuel report for the month of March. And then the next thing, it was pictures from the North Posey High School Junior High that power washed, looks really nice, had the signs repainted and replaced. I gave you just FYI information, the legislative priorities for the Superintendent's Association. And then the graduation date is this Friday, July the 17th. So it's at 8 p.m. on the football field.
Just wanted to say on having the high school, junior high buildings clean, they look 100% better. It's great to have that done before graduation.
There will be a lot of construction still going on. The concrete is being poured so we can get to the bleachers. But I don't know if the concrete behind the bleachers will have been poured by then. So we'll have to, and the concrete around the building probably will not be poured by then. So we'll just have to be really careful and make sure that we have it all taped off. And, you know, obviously we wish it was done, but it's almost there, but it's not complete. And that's all I have. Our next meeting is August the 10th. I think there is a special meeting, hearing on the 27th. And our next regular meeting is August the 10th. Executive session will begin at 5:30 and the regular meeting will begin at 6:30. And the meeting will be here.
Anything else for the good of the cause?
What time is that hearing on July 27th?
Can you go back to that?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. If there's no objections in that special meeting, the hearing, you know how we do a lot of hearings is we will also, if there's anything that's very important that I need to get approved I'll go ahead, and try to have that and approve that during or after the hearing. So if there's anything come up, there'll be a board packet that'll come out. That's all I have.
If there's nothing else, I'll look for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion, we adjourn.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Stock, second by Mr. Oakley to adjourn. We are adjourned.
For as much as I had to prepare, that was pretty cool.
So, excellent.
Ken,
Yeah.
yeah, we're still paping.